Our Collision 2017 coverage is proudly powered by Monster Products. Find the headphones and speakers that match your style at PLUGHITZlive.com/monster.
Anyways, we have our next interview here. Hi.
Hi.
Can you please introduce yourself for us?
So I'm founder and CEO of Freedom Smart Labs Limited. It's a smart retail company which is empowering the offline retail ecosystem to use the new age devices, IoT devices, mobile applications for reaching out to the shoppers, which have now become smarter.
Okay.
So we have a flagship product called Freedom Desi that we are representing here.
Okay.
It comes from India. Desi is a word that we use for local shopkeepers, and we are empowering them to have the real freedom of using digital tools.
Okay.
So that's something that we are into.
So how do you do that?
So we have our platform is actually into four parts. One is the cloud ecosystem, where the malls and the markets and the brands, they configure their retail touch points and related information associated with that. Second is we have a business application which is on a SaaS basis, where retailers can use it. They can create their visibility, their offers, and a lot of other things, and list management of their loyal subscribers. Third is a global Freedom Desi app, which is used for any shopper. Probably you can use it whenever you're next time looking out to go out for shopping. It's very intelligently designed, keeping venues in the mind. That means because shopping is an experience, and when you check out a lot of other providers which are currently providing offers, it's a cluster of gamut, and it becomes difficult for a shopper to pick out information. So we do it very intelligently. You just plan out your mind. You say that, yeah, evening I'm going out with my friends, and my mind says food, clothing, and maybe movie. You put these three keywords, and the system will tell you which venue provides you the most appropriate retailers and the options. So it gives you the matching. It says that 100% match found 7 miles, but there are few malls which are 5 miles, so you decide. So you pick it up, you create that kind of information, and then you invite your friends if you want, or you want to go alone. So it's very interesting for a shopper. It's a third component where engagement happens, and we use this meaningful information, ensuring the privacy of a shopper, and we provide intelligent alerts to the venue and their retailer that, hey, somebody's going to come around in the evening with their friends looking out for some Mexican food. So Mexican retail outlets, are you ready for something? Do you want to offer something special? This is something which makes the entire ecosystem start working and becoming connected. This story doesn't end here. We have a fourth component of our system, which is devices. So devices like beacons, footfall sensors. Today the problem is that offline retail doesn't understand their customers. You go into a store, you buy something, pay, come out, the retailer doesn't know you.
Right.
Whereas if you check Amazons of the world, they know even when you start Googling it. So we want to empower these offline retail venues, retailers, and the ecosystem, and give a hyperlocal online to offline solution where the shoppers discover them online and go and buy in the real time in the physical stores.
Okay.
So that's something what we're doing.
Okay. And so you have, I'm trying to wrap my head around this. So you have a...
Well, so I think it's like, so let's say I want to go see a movie.
All right.
And then I want to get some hot dogs.
All right.
And then I want to buy a nice shirt.
Right.
I put all that into the app.
Right.
The app says, hey, if you want to do all these things,
right,
this is the area you want to go to
you
do
should,
all those things.
Yeah.
And if, let's say, the guy that owns like a store that sells really nice shirts
right,
is signed up with the app,
right,
he gets a notification that
right,
there's somebody that's coming to buy a nice shirt.
right,
and they're looking for something.
right,
Right.
right,
Okay.
Okay.
right.
All right. So
I think I got it.
Yeah.
So how long have you guys been around?
So it's been a year and a half. We started with India as the first point. We have around 6,000 retailers there signed up,
Okay.
50 malls. Some
wow.
some around 36,000 customers are using it, shoppers. This is the initial phase that we are in. We have done a pilot with Dubai Mall where they have large formats because we don't solve the problem of this basic connectivity. We also give indoor maps. So you go to Dubai Mall, it's like 1,200 shops. And, you know, there are 25 apps that are running in that mall. So we've been speaking to some of the great guys like Simon Malls here at the event, and they have done something great with their malls, but the world needs this platform. And so we are looking at a big story, and we want to empower every guy, even the smallest guy in the retail ecosystem who cannot afford such kind of things and develop those.
Like online representation.
Right. So that's something.
So not only does it empower the company, it also like adds efficiency to the consumer end.
Right. See, I'll tell you, if you see it from the story from a retailer side, a retailer, if he has a list of loyal people who repeat his shop, right, he is almost done with his retail. But the problem is that he doesn't maintain that list in a platform where the platform keeps on generating behavioral indexing to that shopper. Now you go to many places, right? Now that behavior is not known to a retailer which is next door to you. The point is that what kind of offer should be triggered to you from a shop and what you are interested in is a very big story, and it has to be done through permission based marketing. Because otherwise then you will end up, you know, creating noise which is not getting through. So you have only 100 guys on your list, but if you create something special for them, you should have a medium to disseminate that information. And once that information goes, the guy comes back, you know, you feel that your job is done. Look out for stores which are, you know, in small towns, and they want to use digital, but they are unable to do that because they cannot have. Malls tried to create their own apps. They failed. We have done a lot of research into this category, and you know, you have 10 good malls in a city. You cannot have 10 apps of these malls. So similarly, brands want to have like Adidas has like 1,000 footprints in the country. Now Adidas wants to run a campaign which is for zone A, 10 stores in one zone. Now the approach of New Orleans versus the approach of Chicago will be different. So how will you control these kind of things? So our ecosystem is quite large at the back end, the cloud ecosystem, and it empowers the retailers to gain that kind of understanding of their shoppers based on, you know, a lot of analytics and the big data that we generate at the back end.
Okay, I guess my next question is how do you monetize this? Like, is there a fee for retailers to sign up, and is there a fee for me as a consumer to sign up? Right.
So that's an interesting thing, and probably malls and the venues, they are the guys who are the major attention area for us, because they are the enterprise customers for us. And we say it very proudly that where Google ends, we start. and why we say that? Because you know that mall is at that location. You know how many miles it is. But inside that mall, how many stores are there?
You don't know.
Which floor it is in? What is the kind of rating that have? And indoor maps of that particular thing. So if you're in a big mall, you really need that kind of a navigation support. We provide all these things. And so mall becomes a primary customer to us. Retailers is on a DIY model, and it's largely freemium model. So initially, you start on, build your list, you get onto this thing, you earn certain loyalty points. You can use that in your, and going forward, pay as you go. That means if you create an offer and you want to broadcast to 100 guys, it's a fee that we charge for push notifications. And that's again, until a retailer has not really gained out of it, we don't touch him. We want them to prosper first.
And as a consumer, I'm assuming it's just like
it's a free
app.
It's a free app, right? We want, like, you use Facebook, you use WhatsApp all across the world. We want Freedom Desi to be one shopping app all across the world.
It's a good idea.
And the why we say that? Because we are open in nature. That means if tomorrow some provider which is strong in an area and runs some retail app or something, we'll integrate that into our system and give them back customers. So that is something where we are collaborative, and we are looking ahead that we create something which is a large pond.
And I know you're based out of India right now.
We're based out of India right now.
So where are you planning on expanding to?
So we have shortlisted 20 top destinations where the tourists travel, global destinations, which include Singapore, Indonesia, Dubai, some places in Middle East, US, UK. So these are we have shortlisted some 20 top destinations
Okay.
where we are targeting next. But first we have to set our India story right, because India is a country of 20 million retailers.
Yes.
That's a big
Exactly.
market, and some around 250 million smartphone users. So that's a very big market for us.
So your goals are first to establish what's going on in
Right.
India.
Right. See, we've been spending a lot of time in product development and ensuring that it fits into that particular life
Right.
cycle. So we've done a lot of stuff. We are still progressing. We are integrating more and more collaborations into it, because devices, it's like IoT, Internet of Things is like next 10 years we will be having that market alive for us, and there's a lot of thing to do in that area. So in terms of like we're just looking at to going with corrective actions at every stage, and then scaling fast.
Yeah, that's great. Where can anyone find out any more information?
Come again?
Where can my viewers find out any more information about the app?
Okay, it's so you can download the app from freedom.desi. That's a URL. So you can just check that out. It's on Android, it's on iOS, and there's a business app. So if you go on the website, if a mall wants to sign up, there's an option there. If a brand wants to sign up, if a retailer wants to sign up, all these things are in a most appropriate DIY model.
Okay.
And we validate and verify. We have a backend call center which verifies the real information, so that the ecosystem is created in the most appropriate manner. And the shopper has a power, as some great men say, that feedback is very important.
Yeah.
So we have a feedback mechanism in the rating app, in the shopper app, where the trust is considered as a bigger component. So everybody can check out that thing on freedom.desi.
Okay.
I was wondering, so you're here at Collision. How is this convention treating you? How is this working for your company and your goals?
All right. So I think this has been the most appropriately planned conference which I had ever attended.
Really?
Right. And the reason why I'm saying that, something that started almost 8 weeks back, when people from the back-end team started, mentoring us and sending the details. So this conference has been treating us very well. We have structured and planned meetings. Investors are, lined up in a manner as if I would have planned it something in a professional manner.
That's awesome.
I attend many conferences, cross countries, Hong Kong, and a lot of other places, and I don't even get even a single fruitful contact. This conference has been really very exciting. Investors have actually pushed us. You can see in my eyes that it's really going to work very well.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. Take care.
We wish you the best luck for the rest of the
Pleasure.
show and with your goals.
Yeah. Pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye.